Covering 50% of the land area of ASEAN's 10 member states, the forests of Southeast Asia are a vital resource in the region's development and global efforts to deal with climate change. These forests provide food, fuel, fibre and other products to ASEAN's 600 million people, including 80 million people living in poverty and indigenous peoples relying on forests for their livelihoods. Forests also perform vital ecosystem services, including carbon storage and biodiversity conservation, which play a significant role in climate change mitigation and adaptation. Unfortunately, deforestation and degradation due to agriculture, logging, mining and unsustainable harvesting threaten the forests. Over the last 30 years, social forestry has played a key role in empowering local people to find solutions to these issues.
In Myanmar, community forestry has been practiced since the colonial times in the form of agroforestry system. In 1995, community forestry instruction was issued and community forestry establishment was initiated. So we have 15-year experience for community forest, but the total for community forestry area is less than 1% of the total land area.
Community forestry in Indonesia is a way on how we involve and invite the people who live within and around the forest area to actively participate in protecting and maintaining the existence of the forest, not only for the benefit of their livelihood, but also to the benefit of the ecological side.
Social forestry works for the empowerment of the millions of people who depend on forest land and resources for their daily needs. It aims to balance economic, environmental and social use of forests and to engage local people in sustainable forest management. Social forestry is well established in many ASEAN countries, with the required legal frameworks, policies and institutions already in place. One prominent social forestry initiative to integrate social forestry approaches into climate change adaptation and mitigation strategies to benefit communities, women and vulnerable groups is the ASEAN Social Forestry Network, or ASFN.
In 2009, ASEAN Social Forestry Network, an intergovernmental network within the ASEAN bodies working on developing the concept of social forestry within the region, collaborated with Swiss Agency for Development and Corporations, and a government body under the Swiss government.
The initiative, known as the ASEAN-Swiss Partnership on Social Forestry and Climate Change Programme, or ASFCC, collaborates with partner organisations, including RECOFT, the Centre for People and Forests for Capacity Development, Non-Timber Forest Products Exchange Programme for Sustainable Livelihoods Promotion, the Centre for International Forestry Research for Research, and the ASFN Secretariat for Communication and Knowledge Dissemination, as well as overall coordination with member states. Since 2011, the programme's people-centred approaches have gained regional recognition through the endorsement of ASEAN senior forestry officials and ministers of agriculture and forestry. ASFCC activities have opened channels for civil society engagement, and significant progress has been achieved in enhancing the capacity of key government and civil society officials through trainings conducted by RECOFT and exchanges facilitated by the ASFN Secretariat and partners. From 2011 to 2013, ASFCC has made significant achievements, including a coordinated social policy framework, knowledge-sharing interventions, action research, and outreach events. A flagship activity has been the establishment of a learning group that includes policymakers, academics, practitioners, and researchers who are equipped to advance social forestry and climate change in their home countries.
One of the important benefits or recognition that I've learned in being one of the representative of the ASEAN Social Forestry Learning Group is that I learned the stories of other countries
on their implementation of their social forestry in their respective countries. Through this, I would learn to share this with my people's organization on their experiences, their cultural practices, and how they will benefit from the effective implementation of social forestry in their localities.
A challenge for the learning group design is to how to ensure that this actually becomes an effective mechanism for learning within the ASFCC program. That means that individuals who are involved in it not only come as individuals, but really do represent a connection to their institutions and bring back with them elements and issues from the learning group that could also redefine the agenda of their institutions. The issue for me is not necessarily how to maintain the network as it is right now. What is more important to me is how you maintain and build upon and follow up on the learning function that the network is meant to provide.
Building on the experiences from Phase 1, Phase 2 of ASFCC begins in 2014 with ASEAN member states leading the way. Linking with existing social forestry initiatives at the regional and national levels, efforts will further improve engagement on the ground, including activities tailored to local contexts and knowledge gaps. The capacity of national social forestry champions will be strengthened through trainings with RECOFT, and these champions will then have the skills to train their peers at the country level, ultimately empowering local people throughout ASEAN.